The parable of the prodigal son. In Luke 15, 11 through 32, the Bible tells us of the parable of the prodigal son. So what does prodigal mean? It means being profuse and wasteful, extravagance, being reckless, sinful. And the story goes, there's two brothers. The younger son wants his inheritance. So he asks dad, hey, give me my inheritance. And he goes out and he just lives a wild, crazy life. Reckless, extravagant, wasteful, and finds himself, there's a famine, and he finds himself sitting there feeding pigs and wants to eat the pig food because he doesn't have anything for himself. And he comes to that rock bottom point where he realizes he wants to go back home. He wants to go to the Father, ask for forgiveness, and hopefully that'll at least let him be a worker, and because they have more than what he has today. So he goes about his journey, goes back home, and what he finds is his father is there with open arms, ready to embrace him, and throws a huge celebration for his return. The older brother is resentful. He doesn't understand why they would do that after he went out and just squandered everything. And so the three characters are the younger son, who is the rebel, who goes out and is extravagant, wasteful, sinful. The father, who represents God, who watches, who waits, and runs to embrace us when we return. And the older son, who stays home, he works hard and resents the celebration of his wasteful brother. And he really represents self-righteousness that people have who begrudgingly, that God shows grace to others. So the father tells the older son, my son, the father said, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we have to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and he's alive again. He was lost and he is found. And, really, the story shows God's grace and forgiveness. And when we go out, we make mistakes in life, we sin, we do things we shouldn't do, we live that extravagant life. And we hit that point of repentance, that point of coming home to Christ. He's standing there in open arms, ready to embrace us. And as Christians, when we see that, we should be thankful and of God's grace for others. Like the older son resented, we shouldn't. We should be thankful of God's grace because we don't deserve it either, but He gives it to us freely.